Hello. Where to start? Okay, so I think the most important. What we talked about in the last video about all of the Gemini energy, the Sun, Venus retrograde in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, as well as Mars in Pisces. I would check that out again, or if you have not checked that out, I would go ahead and check that out. I think that's really good, just kind of as a reminder of what's going on. Again, to summarize, even though there's a lot more info in that video, overthinking, good to avoid that, and then fears or feeling apathetic, potentially these things, not necessarily a given, but that is quite a bit of a challenge right now. Finding clarity, something that we didn't quite talk about all that is just trying to find the answer, finding clarity to why do I feel this way, or why do I not feel this particular way. I want to feel more content or more fulfilled or whatever it might be. Less sad. This is a really great healing time. This is a really great time to be able to move forward emotionally, and the key to that is really during any time, but especially during this time, is to be able to verbalize it, to be able to understand logically, okay, this is what's happening, and this is how I can make it better. And in so many ways, even just knowing in the first place this is what's happening, and being able to verbalize it, that's a huge step forward, and it does make things a lot better. But from there, we can then make effective plans. So that's good. Again, there's other info there, but let's talk about today and tomorrow. So today and tomorrow, we got Moon in Leo. Fun, especially with all this Gemini energy. The energy is a lot. It's very. It's a lot more lively than the last couple days. Moon in Cancer transit is lovely, but I think a lot of people, myself included, were feeling very tired with that transit. You could just kind of feel it walking around, and I actually had people tell me they were tired. I think it was just that combination of all of that Pisces energy, the deep feelings go along with the Moon in Cancer. There's a big focus the last couple of days on the past, on trying to make sense of where we are now, how we're moving forward, and now we have this Moon in Leo. So we're building up to our full moon in about 9-10 days, something like that, and the biggest thing to focus on over the next 9 to 10 days, and especially for today and tomorrow, is taking our ideas to their completion, or at least to major progress, to that next step. And today and tomorrow is a really lively, our ideas, our conversations, our understanding. Gemini is all about the mind and social communication, people. And so today and tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun, as long as we're utilizing the Moon and Leo energy for creative rather than destructive means. As always, with every Leo transit, there's the urge to be dramatic, the urge to be silly. I even put on a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds nice, let's do that. And so there's the urge on a positive sense to be creative, and that's good. But like I was saying about dramatic, the not so good sense. So instead of putting on eyeshadow, you're trying to start a fight, or trying to cause drama, or try to be silly in a sense that isn't good. So that's good to keep in mind, is create, be fabulous, be lovely, have fun, laugh. It's really important, I think, especially with Venus retrograde. That's a whole other thing. We'll get to that in a second. Something that we didn't talk about in last time's video, but I think that, actually no, let's talk about it now. I think especially with the Venus retrograde in Gemini too, there's a lot of people overthinking and overthinking. And I think with today and tomorrow, there's a possibility of over emoting, becoming too dramatic, too caught up in feelings. And when it comes to relationships, it's really important during this time to make sure that we're checking ourselves, that we're not seeing the situation only from our perspective, and we're not focused on whether we're right or wrong, but just the truth, and trying to get everybody on the same page as much as we can, and as much as we should. It's important to let people have their space to think what they will think during any time also. So I think that's a bit of a challenge that's good to keep in mind for today and tomorrow also, with this Moon in Leo, and with the Venus retrograde, is have fun in your relationships. And if your relationships aren't allowing you to have fun, then it's really important to analyze why that is. Perhaps the relationship is not the right one, or perhaps it's just you just need a little bit of space, or perhaps it can be so many different things. But today and tomorrow is a great day to laugh, to have fun, to create. And I think it's a really good uplifting energy from the last couple of days, which were, again, not to generalize, I know not everybody experiences the exact same thing, but we all, over the last couple of days, experienced a pretty deep plunging into our emotions, our introspective emotions. Now it's time to open the gift of fun emotions, and to enjoy them, and to again, to help us to create that next step as per the ideas, the vision, the goals, the project, whatever it was, that consciously and subconsciously we set about 3 or 4 days ago with the new moon in Gemini. And it's not too late. It's never too late. So if you haven't really set a goal for this next month, it's really good to set the goal now and to just get at it right away. And it's important to set goals in general, but especially during today and tomorrow, that you really are passionate about, that you care about, that you feel deeply about. Because otherwise, if you're just setting it for ego gratification, but you don't really feel it, you're not going to reach it. Or if you do reach it, it's not going to be worth it. So set goals that are really important to you, that you need, not just that you want. As always, I'm doing readings. Feel free to get in contact with me. The best way is through email. I know some people have been contacting through phone, and I'm so sorry. I need to respond to them. I'm terrible with voicemails. So email me all the info for the different readings I offer. They all kind of boil down to the same thing. We're just talking about life, and I answer any questions that you might have from an astrological point of view. That's where I get the answers from, and also in just connecting and seeking to share your story, to take part in your story, rather, not to share it. It's all private. It's all confidential. But yeah, to take part in it and to help as much as possible. So with whether it's a big question, a small question, or in between, whatever it might be, love or life purpose or whatever. So yeah, feel free to get in contact with me. All the info is in the bio section of this Instagram video or in the about section in YouTube. And yeah, peace, infinite love to you, my friends. Namaste. Oh, an update on the book. Okay. So I'm at 250,000 words, which is so much more than I thought I was going to be getting at. Oh my God. When I first started, I was thinking like 20, 40,000 words. I'm at 10 times that, basically. I'm at 250,000 words. So I've taken a bit of a breather over the last couple weeks just to make sure I'm doing quality work. I don't want to overwrite, and I don't want to ever like force myself and like just not have the utmost energy for it, the utmost intention. And I've had that for, I mean, honestly, I always have that for my work, but yeah. So I took a break to make sure I was refreshed. I'm getting back into it. I'm very excited. So I still have to edit it, and I just want to make sure it's all good and right. So I know that that those who've pre-ordered it, you've been waiting so patiently, and I appreciate that. And my goal is to have the book edited, completed, and it'll probably end up being like 300,000 words by the end of it, by August 18th. So again, I appreciate your patience. I've been trying to figure this out as time goes on. I've never written a book before, especially not one that's a behemoth. The first book I wrote is gonna be probably the longest book I ever write, which is so annoying, but it's a good thing too. The info is really solid. I've been learning a lot. Of course, I've been pouring all that I've learned already into it, but I've been learning a lot too. And it's going really well. But again, I just need some more time. So I appreciate your patience. And for anybody who would like to pre-order it, it's $15. Feel free to send the payment to my PayPal, williamharrison@live.com. And it's getting there. It's getting there. Slowly but surely, it is getting there, and I will prevail. Getting there. Anyways, so I appreciate your patience. Peace.